In a quiet suburb on the outskirts of Brisbane, Australia, an extraordinary bond has formed between a man and an unlikely companion, a young kangaroo who was found alone and trembling in his backyard. One chilly morning, 62-year-old Peter Caldwell stepped out into his garden to check on his plants when he noticed a small bundle of fur nestled beneath a tree. At first, he thought it was a possum, but as he approached, he realized it was a joey, a kangaroo, barely a few months old, shivering and clearly separated from its mother. I looked around for the mother, but there was no sign of her. I waited all morning, hoping she'd come back, Mr. Caldwell recalled. But the poor thing just lay there, looking completely lost. With no wildlife rescue center nearby, and fearing for the baby kangaroo's life, Peter wrapped the joey in a warm blanket and brought him inside. He contacted a local vet who confirmed that the joey was healthy, but underweight and very vulnerable. From that day on, Peter committed himself to caring for the young marsupial, whom he affectionately named Jojo. He built a soft pouch out of an old backpack and fed Jojo special milk formula every few hours. At night, Jojo would curl up in Peter's lap, comforted by the warmth and steady rhythm of his heartbeat. He was like a baby, Peter said. He followed me everywhere. If I left the room, he'd start calling out for me. We bonded so quickly. It was like he knew I was his only hope. As weeks turned into months, Jojo grew stronger and more confident. He learned to hop around the garden, nibble on grass, and even interact gently with Peter's grandchildren. The family, initially unsure about having a kangaroo in the house, soon fell in love with Jojo's gentle nature and playful antics. Peter admits it hasn't always been easy. There were scratched floors, broken flower pots, and plenty of sleepless nights. But he insists it was all worth it. Jojo isn't just a pet, he's family. He's brought so much joy and life to this home. Wildlife experts say it's unusual for a wild animal to bond so closely with humans. But Jojo's case shows how compassion and care can bridge even the widest gaps between species. Now almost 2 years old, Jojo still lives with the Caldwell family, but spends much of his time outdoors, roaming freely around the property. Peter says he's working with local wildlife officials to prepare Jojo for a gradual return to the wild. It'll be hard to let him go, Peter admitted, his eyes misting over. But that's what's best for him. He deserves to be free, to live the life nature intended. I just hope he remembers us. As Jojo bounds across the yard, pausing briefly to nuzzle against Peter's leg, it's clear that this bond, formed in the shadow of loss and nurtured with love, will endure, no matter how far Jojo roams.